Good evening. This is Inez Bracy, Health and Wellness Coach, and I am thrilled to be with you this evening. It is an amazing space in which to dwell. It's just awesome. I come to you every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, with some tips on recognizing your aha moments. And sometimes I have guests on and they share their aha moments. That is awesome. Whatever is your next, know that everything is always working out for you. And because everything is always working out for you, it's all going to be just fine. And that's the beauty of everything. So tonight we're going to be talking about the aha moments in your life that you didn't even notice because you weren't aware. And we're also going to talk about tonight, I will be talking about tonight, I should say, how we can get into the habit of being in the energy of noticing our aha moments, holding on to them or allowing them to go. Now, some aha moments will be just the peak of existence. It's so excited, you get so excited, you just want to run around and tell everybody because that's just how good it is. Those are the aha moments that are usually top of mind more often than the ones that might just be in the pits. It's like, oh, I didn't want this to happen. It happened. And it happened. So since it did happen, it's okay. You get to handle that as well. And of course, those aha moments that just hit you so powerfully that they cause you to have a transition. It's almost as if everything is brand new. And let me just tell you this, every day when we wake up, every single day when we wake up, we have the opportunity to make that day, each moment, brand new. That's going to require allowing all the things that happened yesterday and the day before that and the day before that and the years before that to just fall off you like leaves off the tree in autumn. And when the leaves are falling off the tree, they just come down, land on the ground. And if you want to, you go out and rake them up or you just let them lay there. So you get to decide. When these leaves are falling off the tree for you, are you going to go back and pick them up? Or are you going to say, let me just dwell in this for a moment and then let it go? Of course, you can always bag them up and send them off. That might be the best thing because now you don't have to look at them anymore. Whenever we decide to have the aha moments that we desire, it makes life so much easier. And the transitions come, allowing us to really embrace that moment. And embracing that moment, we make a decision like that, split-second decision, because it feels good. And when it feels good, it feels right. We know that it feels good, it feels right, and we just go on our merry way. So as I'm going through giving you some information about aha moments tonight, I want you to think about some things. Aha moments is the moment that a sudden insight or discovery happens for you. And as I was saying, it could be a peak, very high, it could be very low, and it could be a shift. And many of people have been talking lately about pivots, shifting, pivoting, whatever it is for you, it is your turn. So how do you know? How will you know when it's time to really embrace an aha moment? Notice the quiet signals. Usually aha moments come and they don't make a whole lot of noise. It's not like somebody beating the drum and all of that, no. Aha moments come for you to take some time for yourself, some alone time. And when you take this alone time for yourself, give yourself permission to just be in that energy of being alone. And as you're being in the alone time with yourself, just breathe in deeply. Inhale, look around you, take a walk in nature, look around you. Sit on the side of your bed when you wake up in the morning before you begin your day. Give yourself some quiet time. Before you get out of bed, even before you sit up, give yourself some quiet time. So as you take this time alone for yourself, you can start going back in your memory about the aha moments that have led you to where you are now and the decisions that you made. And as you're going back through these aha moments, some of them are going to make you smile, some of them are going to make you cringe. And whatever it is perfectly okay. It doesn't really matter because it's okay. And because it's okay, that makes all the difference. The other thing that you get to do when you are in your quiet time especially if you're going out to work. Most of the time when we go to work, we get a lunch break, and sometimes we get 2 other breaks. During those breaks, you get to give yourself permission to leave everybody else over there and walk outside. If you're in a really cold place, you probably have clothes for it. Go outside, or you can just go to a quiet place inside the building and just breathe, to give yourself the opportunity to be in the energy of now, because aha moments happen in now. They don't wait till later on. Aha moments are in the now. So while you're doing that for yourself, just be. You think about things that happened, you think about things that didn't happen, and that's all right. One of the other things that you want to do with the aha moment, if you have a pen, and I say this every week, write it down. Write it down. Because as you are writing this down, whatever comes to you in your alone time, it gives you the opportunity to review it and go back over it. And as you're going back over it, it makes a big difference too, because you can see where it either resonates with you at a deeper level or not. The second way of recognizing and noticing aha moments is to always be ready. I had a teacher once, Miss Ridley. I will never forget her. She taught English, and I'll tell you, that woman really, really, really gave us the best English teacher I think we ever could get. She was in the energy of saying, always be ready. You never know what's coming, but always be ready. And one way of being ready is to be able to speak the King's language at any time, all the time. Having her for my English teacher in high school was one of the best gifts that I had. Anytime we have a high school reunion now, we talk about Miss Rick. She was just that powerful. And she not only taught English, but she taught how to apply it, how to use it, how to use words in a way that made everything you said either very powerful, made people listen. It's just, English is amazing when you know how to use the language. So that's also an aha moment. Use your language so that it means something, means whatever it is you desire to have it mean. The second part of noticing aha moments or creating aha moments is to look inward. When you were a child, this is going to take some of us back decades, and some of us just were a child yesterday. So whatever today age is, that's perfectly fine. But when you think back on your childhood, what was it that got you so excited? What was it that just made you want to just go out and tell everybody about it? What was that big dream? The big dream that you had that you said no more because it seemed so out of reach, or other people told you you couldn't have it. What is it that stopped you and froze you in time? Froze you in such time that now you just go along to get along. Think about that for a moment. Going along to get along will get you somewhere, but will it get you where you really want to be? Will it get you to the place of your heart's desire? Will it bring you the desires of your heart? Will it bring you the joy, the bliss, the splendor, the wonder that you desire in your life? How about making a decision right now that I'm going to stop going along to get along? And I'm going to take some time for me in meditation. And this is the second aha moment creation, where you look inward. You look inward and you dig deep. You go in so deeply that all of those dreams that you had that are unfulfilled because you froze yourself in time, you allow them to bubble up to the surface. And now it's almost like popcorn. You can pick this one, you can pick that one. I suggest that you pick one. And as you pick that one for your aha moment, wait a minute. I thought about this when I was 10, but I never got it done. I can do it now. I'm making the decision right now to take this as my aha moment and go with it. And as you're going with it, you're going to start to daydream. Let me tell you something. Daydreaming is awesome. Some of us, our daydreams have become our nightmares because they no longer fit, but we're still holding on to them. When you really get involved in creating your own aha moments and noticing them, your daydream becomes bliss again. It's no longer a nightmare. You're no longer afraid of it. See, nightmares often make us afraid. And because we are afraid, we don't go forward. So what would be the difference in your life right now if you said yes to living? There's a show on called The Walking Dead. I don't watch it, but I hear that it's pretty good for people who enjoy it. But can you imagine when you decide that you're no longer going to go for the dream, you're not going to go for the gusto, that you become one of the walking dead. You're going along to get along. So as of now, you cut that off and shake it out and let it go. That is one of the best gifts that you can give yourself, to embrace the moments that come, turn them around, look at them and decide, yes, I'm doing this. Now it's going to take some action on your part. It's going to take some preparation, because most aha moments come to us at a time when we are in such straits that it just wakes us up to what we have been doing that we no longer desire. And because of that, we shift. And that's the shift that comes along with your transition. And in that shifting, you now get to start taking action toward the aha moment fulfillment. I remember growing up and reading all these books and having such a grand time and putting myself in all these faraway places. One of the series that I read was the Shogun series. Oh my goodness, I couldn't wait to go to Japan. Well, I saw myself doing all those things that they were doing, and it did eventually come to pass. However, that aha moment for me happened and I didn't even notice it for 48 hours. And when I noticed it, it was just exquisite joy and bliss that came over me that I had done it. You get to do the same thing. Because when you, the third step, take a positive approach. When you start taking a positive approach toward your aha moments, life becomes magical. It's almost as if you have the energy that creates worlds within you. And the energy that creates worlds is available to us when we allow it to be. Instead of recognizing that energy that creates worlds and allowing us to just live out loud as outrageously however we desire, we put a damper on it because, oh no, that goes against nature. We can't do that. Oh yes, we can. The energy that creates worlds is in all of us. And because it is in all of us, when we focus on the desires of our heart, when we allow those aha moments to give us the opportunity to take a positive approach, it makes all the difference. When we say no to it, that makes the difference too, because we lean back and allow it to go. So when you're taking a positive approach, sometimes your spirits get a little heavy because it doesn't seem like it's coming as quickly as you desire. It feels like some things are roadblocking you. You got all these stepping stones to go over. Just do something to lift your spirits, because I can guarantee you, it would not have come to you had it not been for you. Now I'm going to repeat that. It would not have come to you had it not been for you. So when we say no to those things that come to us that's for us, that's when we start to feeling our spirits go down, we feel out of sorts, and we don't know why. Sometimes it feels as if we have a general malaise all over the body. The body just doesn't want to get up, it doesn't want to move, don't want to drink water, and you know I'm big on hydrating your body. You don't want to eat. All these things come up for you because you're denying yourself. And who wants to deny yourself? Definitely not I. So take a positive approach to your aha moments and in noticing them. Because the more you do that, the easier it becomes less effort. One of the things that we have, for some reason, embraced in our society is everything has to be hard. We got to hustle. We got to grind. We don't have to do any of that. When we sit in the stillness of it all, and just sitting in the stillness of it all, and allowing the stillness to just envelop us in such a way that it feels like a nice, loving cloak around us. Being in that energy and noticing the quiet signals, going inward, tapping in, because you get the messages, paying attention to them. That makes a big difference as well. So whenever you are looking at, man, I got to paddle upstream, I got to grind today, I got to hustle. How about easy and effortless? Even in machinery, there are gears. And these gears are hooked into some kind of a pulley or something that pulls it around. The gears will get stuck if you don't lubricate them. So when you're sitting in a quietness, allowing yourself to use the energy that creates worlds so that you no longer have to push for it. You no longer have to make it happen. We don't have to make anything happen. We get to allow. And I can tell you, when we focus on the desires of our heart, when we are focusing on those things that bring us exquisite joy, and some of the time we haven't even experienced the joy that's so exquisite that when it comes, we like, oh my God, didn't know it could be this good. Yes, it can. And the beauty of all that is because it can be this good, we get to create it anytime we want to. Using less effort allows it to appear. We use our energy, our vibration to attract to us those things of our heart's desire, or whatever it is you focus on is what comes into your life. If you keep saying, oh, I don't want that, I don't want that, and it keeps showing up, oh yeah, it will. When you desire something so strongly and know that it's yours to have, it's okay. One of the things I'm going to caution you about though, many times we get so excited about our aha moments. We share them with the wrong people, because they don't see that for you. They don't see you traveling the world. They don't see you creating your own business and being successful. They don't see you in that way. Because they don't see you that way and you shared with them, it could be a downer for you, which could take you to having your spirits drop because you're telling people who don't get you. So choose wisely who you share with your aha moments. Choose wisely who you share your dreams with. Choose be discerning with the people that you share everything that your heart desires. Because I can tell you right now, and you know this, and you know who these people are, but you want to make them different. You know that if I tell Jane, she's going to say, oh, you know, you can't do that. That's not for you. But you know, if you tell James, he's going to say, oh, go for it. Go for it. You know, you got this. Those are the people that you tell. And when you tell them, your energy lifts, their energy lifts, your energy and your vibrations combine, the more people that are on the same page and on the same vibration with you, allows your dreams to come to reality even faster because they're also getting theirs. See, we are not in a vacuum. And because we don't live in a vacuum, whatever we are doing, however our vibration is high, low, it's going to affect the people that we come in contact with. So think about that as well. And you know when you come in contact with a low vibration person, try to get away from them as quickly as you can because you don't want to have your vibration all down. So instead of paddling upstream, instead of hustling, instead of grinding, sit with it. When you're sitting with the energy of knowing, when you're sitting with the vibration of knowing, when you're sitting with the thoughts that guide you, flowing, just flowing, and feeling almost like a soft cloud as it comes and goes. Those are the things that you desire. And because it's such an easy, soft cloud, you know that it is not hard. See, things come to us in a way that lets us know that it's not hard, but it can't be that easy. Oh, Inez, it could never be that easy. Oh, yes, it can. It can definitely be that easy. One of my aha moments happened in 2013, in August of 2013. I've always drank a lot of water. And I thought that I was drinking lots of water when I went to New York to see Cicely Tyson in the trip to Bountiful. Went to the matinee and had a great time. I had met people on the bus and all of that. And now when I'm out of the matinee, I go out and have lunch. And in New York, I rarely get to New York. So when I go, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm looking around, I'm embracing, smelling, tasting, all of this stuff. And I always have water with me. So I had my water. And Next thing I know, I'm at the bus stop, waiting on the bus, and I wake up lying flat on my back on the ground. How did I do that? I wasn't paying attention. I had the message to drink some water, but I'm so excited about being in New York, I don't even take my bottle up and drink it. So that's when you overlook your aha moments. And because of that, I ended up being admitted to the hospital for 24 hours and then letting go. I was dehydrated. Now that was the pits for me. That was a very low moment. Had black eye, big swollen lips and all that. But you know what? I learned from it. Now when I have my water, I drink it. I don't even have to wait for a nudge to drink it. Just drink my water because I know it's good for me. It takes a lot less effort to be in the vibration and the energy of recognizing and knowing and doing than pushing against it. See, I pushed against it because there was so much I wanted to see when I was in New York. Without even realizing I was doing that to myself. So I said that to say, what are you doing to yourself to stop you? What are you doing that is your dehydration moment? What are you doing to stop you from being the person you know yourself to be, creating the lifestyle and having the life that you desire? Go for it. Aha moments gives you the opportunity to sit with yourself. Now, one of the things you might want to also start doing is journaling. Journaling is huge. And the more you journal, the more you enjoy it. And journaling and as you're free writing is the opportunity to recognize. I do have aha moments. I am in the space of recognizing them now. I choose. See, choice is a very big thing as well. I choose to be in the energy of recognizing and receiving and allowing my aha moments, and then creating a plan of action. A plan of action will take you farther than I'll get to that tomorrow, or I might do that today. No, it never gets done. When you put together a plan of action, and it can be as detailed as you want it to be, or it could be step A and then you got a step C, but you got a plan. When you have a plan of action, it leads you to your destination. How many of you get in the car and say you're going to go somewhere, but you don't know where you're going and you just ride around in circles? Or do you already know, I'm going to go to Memphis. I'm going to plan it out. I'm leaving New York for Memphis. That's the same thing that you do with your aha moments. How many of you go on vacation and just go in any destination, put your hand, boom, on the map, that's where I'm going. Don't know anything about it, but that's where I'm going. Or do you decide throughout the year for your 2 weeks that you have off, you decide, I'm going to spend my time in Bali. So you start researching Bali. You want to start looking at the places that you want to stay. You start looking at how much it's going to cost. How am I going to get there? What are the things I want to see? That's what you do with your aha moment. You make a plan. And as you're making that plan of action, it spurs you on and on and on. Don't let anything stop you, except when you're paddling upstream, when you're going against it because you want it so much, you're trying to make the gears work and they're not working. Stop. Just stop. Whatever it is, put it down. Stop. And when you stop and sit down, you might even just take a little nap. Release that energy that had you pushing so hard so that now you can get back to center. Because whenever you're pushing so hard, it can give you all kinds of dis-ease. And because you have that dis-ease, now you're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to, oh, I can't do that anymore. I used to could. Well, why can't you? Because you told yourself you can't. You've been pushing too hard. Life is really easy when we allow it to be. It becomes very difficult when we don't. Things start popping up out of nowhere. It's almost like popcorn popping up. This came, that came. All of a sudden, you're overwhelmed with so much stuff happening. Just stop. Give yourself permission to stop and breathe. And when you stop and breathe, be there with the breath. You're not going to be just one inhale and exhale. You might have several inhales in there. Deep, deep, the belly inhales. You ever watch a baby sleeping? Babies breathe into their belly, it pokes out. Somewhere along the way, we are taught, oh, you don't want your belly poking out, you better hold it in, especially women. We got to have a flat belly, right? The stuff that we buy into, that's actually detrimental to our health and our mental health, physical health, everything. Why are we buying into that? Because somebody who was a guru or an authority said it. And we bought everything that they said. We decided to own it. And when we decided to own it, it made all the difference. We get to own ourselves in a new way, in a new day, in a way that supports us in being the person we know ourselves to be. The person we came on this planet to be, imagine that. We came on the planet for a reason. And as we get on the planet and stay on this planet, we have things to do. And because we have things to do, we get to do them with ease and grace, easy and effortless, or we get to push against them, push against them, push against them until it just wears us down. Well, that must not have been for me. Stop pedaling upstream. Because when you stop pedaling upstream, now you got it made. I am Inez, your health and wellness coach. Excited to be with you on this Saturday. I invite you to go to inezbracy.com, check out my website, and also send me there's a contact form that you can fill out. And on the contact form, you get to put in your information and I will reach back out to you. Or you can email me at coachinez.com. I'm sorry, that's not it. Email me at inez@coachinez.com. See, you don't have to do everything right at any time. All you got to do is get it done. And once you get it done, that's the beauty of it all. When you are getting things done, that makes all the difference. Getting things done is very huge because now you're in the energy of creating your life. You're using the energy that creates worlds to get you the desires of your heart. And when you get them, there's another and another and another. You're not limited. There are no limits on how many desires of the heart you can have. As many as you can dream of, as many as you can think of, you can have just that many. And that is a beautiful thing. Because so many folk think, oh, well, I got that, now I can't get it. No. One of the things that we can all agree on, if I am breathing and you are breathing, that's fine. But everybody else around the globe that's alive is breathing. So I don't have to hold my breath so that you can breathe. Think about that. And because I don't have to hold my breath so that you can breathe, that's just how easy it is for you to have the desires of your heart. Because abundance flows where your energy goes. And as abundance is flowing toward where your energy is going, it is entirely up to you to harness that and allow it to go and follow it, be in the stream of the flowing. And as you're in the stream of the flowing, the desires of your heart keep popping up, popping up, popping up. Man, when it just feels so good. You get your swag back, you're walking straight, you're smiling, and people wonder why she got that smile on her face, because I'm getting the desires of my heart, that's why. And as you continue to do that, it just makes everything so much easier. So just remember, when you're having your aha moments, take this with you. When you're having your aha moments, be with them. Do a plan of action for them and follow through. You can write 1,000 plans. And if you never start on any of it, you wasted your time. So when you write your plan, be sure to put some action with it. And therein lies everything that is really required for you. Just remember that all that is yours, whatever your next is, everything is always working out for you. I shall see you next week.